Hello, I'm happy you're here to explore this edition of Web's Essential Guide to Law Firm Website Redesign, where we help you create the next generation website that keeps your clients central to everything you do. My name's Andy Adamson, and in this video I'm going to take you through a process for how you can improve the look of your website. This is a subjective topic, so be prepared, not everyone is going to agree with you. So I'd aim for two things. A website that expresses empathy and your brand values, and empathy is so important for law firms. And web pages that present relevant content based on what you know about your website visitors. Firstly, it's going to help you if you take a client-focused approach. This will remove guesswork, internal opinion and ego, and deliver results that based on what your clients need. Your primary concern for your website should be to help your existing and potential clients do the task they came to do. We do this with scenario planning to create the best possible web pages. To keep your website relevant, the most important thing to do is to listen to what your clients need. Here's a few points that's going to help your law firm website look better. Firstly, I'd like to separate the website into two components: its functions and its content. Remember, it's the content of your website that will define how it looks. The functional elements of your pages are different and typically include header, footer, navigation, sub-menus and online forms. These elements on a web page should just be intuitive to use. The main navigation elements are only there to guide your website visitors from A to B, so adorn these elements with distracting colours or graphic elements at your peril. So let's look at some practical points you can use to improve the look of your website. Start with your brand guidelines, but remember, if your brand colour is purple, your website doesn't need to be purple, because not all your users will like the same colours, and we know female versus male have different colour preferences. Pick two colours from your brand palette and reserve one extra colour for an accent colour. Use those colours to create a visual hierarchy, mapping features and functions to colour. For example, your calls to action buttons. But be aware of users with visual impairments such as colour blindness. Keep your web page design consistent on every page. Choose your website's font carefully and make sure they fit in with your brand guidelines. And have an editorial policy for photography, as this is going to help you with a really consistent look and feel. And take a similar approach to any graphics you may commission. So, what makes a law firm website look good? This may come as a surprise, but your clients don't worry about that too much. They just need information and are more impressed with the experience of using your website. So I'd like to help with a few key elements to make your website redesign a success. And that's content design, interaction design, navigation, and testing. Let's get into a little bit more detail on these elements. Let's talk about content design first. Good content design needs to follow information design methods. That is, your page should be structured so they're intuitive to all your users based on what you know of them and the tasks that they want to perform. This will make sure your users find relevant information on your website more easily and are more likely to take an action like complete an inquiry form or subscribe to one of your social channels. Interaction design. How should your website respond to your users? This delivers a law firm website that enables users to do what they came to do in the best possible way. This could be how the website responds to them, with aesthetics like motion or sound. You can use techniques such as mouse over effects and animated touch feedback, which is designed to confirm to users they've been heard and that the website is responding. Understanding how humans interact with websites will help you shape the pages specifically for them and the tasks they want to perform, which then helps with conversions. So navigation. Just on a note about what to add to your navigation. First, only add links that help your clients get to where they want to be. This is based on the task and the intent. For example, if they're not ready to buy, you need to provide links to information about your expertise, case studies, and your story to nurture them. Make sure they're clearly labelled so clients coming from other websites get the hang of your navigation straight away. The more items you add to your navigation, the harder it will be to locate information. Try to be as descriptive as possible with your navigation labelling and make sure they are phrased in a language your potential clients would use. Testing your website. Testing your website will help confirm actions and questions asked in the initial client interviews. It's a great way of discovering any barriers potential clients may have completing a task. Here's 2 good questions to ask. What did you come to do on our website? Was there anything that stopped you from completing a task? There are lots of other things to test on your website, like size and placement of buttons, the screen color, the typography, and other visual cues, but these are a good starting point. Speak aloud testing is a simple and cost-effective method of finding challenges your clients may face. This is where you ask people to speak aloud as they perform a task on your website. Client research. Everything you do on your website should be underpinned by what your potential and your existing clients want to do. So you need to understand who they are, and your primary focus is always to them. That could be finding relevant information, answers to the questions, or anything else they tell you in the initial interviews. If you don't already have your client profiles, you can make things a little simpler for yourself by understanding what tasks they want to perform and what questions they are likely to ask based on each of your offerings. So that's it for now. Thanks again for listening.